The university has been really great to me because I've been offered a scholarship to do my master's. So I'm really grateful. And apart from that, or moving away from that, they have been a support. They have been a rock for all of us. So they provided, various things for us to use in our studies. So it's been really good.
Over the years, I have conducted probably more graduation ceremonies than I can count. But I never, ever tire of doing so. And why is that? Because you cannot beat the look of happiness that you see in everyone's face, but the very fact that the people here today are graduating speaks to their commitment, to their resilience, to their determination. And I pay tribute to you for all that you have done, even in the most difficult of times. Take with you a sense of solidarity and a burning desire to leave the people around you better off as a result of your presence. At the same time, keep a place in your heart for the University of Sunderland in London and talk proudly of your time with us. By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of the University of Sunderland, I now formally admit you to the degrees for which you have been presented today. Many congratulations to one and all.
This is a unique program designed for business management students, fresh from undergraduate programs, and they want to enhance their knowledge and skills and wants to get a perspective of postgraduate level qualifications. So straight from that undergraduate experience, they can join MSc International Business Management program.
So most of the assignments and the seminars that we had and the workshops and everything is basically having to put all the things that we're learning in class into practice. Following the masters, I'm not leaving the masters confused, neither am I leaving the masters not knowing what to do. I've gone through a couple of modules and I basically know the next steps I'm supposed to take, and when I'm going into any organization, I'm not going to be speaking from the point where, oh, I've read this, I read. No, it'll be a case of I've been able to put this to practice, and then I can put one or two things together to say, you know what, I've got this.
We try to offer students examples from the industry and business problems that students need to solve. As we know, in business there is no right or wrong, so anyone can come with a different solution. We try to improve and enhance the skills in terms of problem solving for students, and also communication skills is very important, and team working as well. So many of our activities are oriented around team working. We try to be as inclusive as possible. And what I always say to my students is to try to mix and mingle and collaborate with people from different backgrounds.
Students have the opportunity to work with a real business and identify a problem within that business, and then wear the hat of a business manager, wear the hat of a consultant, management consultant, and develop solutions for that, and finally pitch that solution.
My advice is, again, I stress on, in a business world that is constantly evolving, change is something that is always happening. We design our modules, our programs, we always seek for ways to improve. Student voice, student feedback is something we take very important within this community. So I'll say to students, if you want a place where you'll be heard, if you want a place whereby your suggestions will be taken into consideration, where your needs are considered, this is where you should be, because we designed a program to prepare you for that global business world that is constantly changing, that is constantly evolving, with innovative ideas, with instructional design that are very effective, that are creative, that prepares you to be able to compete externally when you go out there, depending on whatever you choose to do, to be an entrepreneur, to be a manager within a global business that is already existing. So whatever you choose to do after studying this course, it actually sets you on that platform to be able to go out and explore.
As you know, tourism and hospitality is one of the fastest growing industries in the world, with ample of job opportunities and career opportunities, not only in the UK but all across the world.
University give you like a really big view of all three segments, so hospitality, business management, and tourism. And by doing that, you have you can see everything around. You can see all sort of links there are between these three topics, and you can understand what do you like, where we want to go for, and then once you choose, you'll be able to understand, okay, I want to do this in my life because university teach me something about tourism.
Regarding future career, our mentors, our tutors, they are already pushing ourselves to do new things, new experience. They are sending to our trips, to different assignments and workshops which we are doing in the groups.
We get to speak to different leaders from the industry. Either they come to the university, or recently I've been to a careers fair at a partner university and been able to speak to five-star hotel HR teams and look at furthering my career on straight after university, and that's been facilitated by the school.
As a part of the program, you'll have ample of opportunities to develop your conceptual understanding about gastronomy tourism, strategic tourism planning and development, service quality management in the service sector.
I think if you're a curious person, this is the right course, because they can tell you a lot of things that you might not know. You can travel.
Coming to my job experience now, I can do that everything like one-to-one session or dealing with the customers, everything all alone, and I'm confident, which I wasn't before. This happened when I had one-to-one session with my tutors. They guided me, they also taught me the responsibilities and the job structures, what am I supposed to do or what am I gonna do with the job.
And this will be made possible by a mix of lectures, seminars, workshops, group discussions, guest speaker sessions. Some of our sessions are actually delivered on site in different hotels as well, where you got ample of opportunities to meet their own staff, like somebody coming from HR department to share their experiences with you. Next time it's going to be F&B manager, the other time it will be their marketing manager. So you'll have ample of opportunities to have experience from the people who are actually working in the industry.
The university has been really great to me because I've been offered a scholarship to do my master's. So I'm really grateful. And apart from that, or moving away from that, they have been a support. They have been a rock for all of us. So they provided, various things for us to use in our studies. So it's been really good.
It makes me proud to celebrate today because the period of time that we were studying, it was COVID, and a lot of us weren't used to having online tutors or having to engage online. It was very difficult to meet other members of the class, but we managed it and we communicated through the class rep. I was one of the class reps and it went down very well. But it goes back to 2013 when my mum had a massive stroke, and she survived, and I needed to offer her some sort of care. I did not have a clue what to do, so I thought, let me do a course. And in 2018, I had a little bit of mental health myself, anxiety, trying to meet targets, so I decided to study. First of all, I retrained as a phlebotomist and just did part-time, and I then did HND, which was healthcare practice for England, and that took me on to the top-up degree, which was at Sunderland University, where today I managed to graduate.
I would say come to the University of Sunderland in London. It is a great place if you want to have a good career. It is a great place to have a community of family as well. You will not feel excluded. You will always be involved in the university's activities, which will help you to get a job once you finish your university. Do not forget that you are making it on your own, so everything that you put in, it's for your benefit. You can do it.
This course is for students who want to improve their skills in finance and make them more employable. The course is not only academic, but it's also practical. We do Sage and payroll, and there are also softwares that improve students' employability.
With studying with us, it doesn't only prepare them to have these creative ideas and being able to identify opportunities to help the business grow. It's also helped them to be able to identify opportunities to be able to set up a business. Not everybody wants to be a business owner. Some people aspire to manage other people's businesses. So we also prepare them to be good managers within the business world, because then they will have those necessary skills to be able to work with other people to get the best out of the business in general.
You're going to understand strategy, you're going to understand innovation, you're going to understand the way that European Union works. What that tries to do really is to blend two main areas, I think. One is global finance and the other is strategy and strategic thinking. So hopefully at the end of the course you'll have a much better view of strategy and how that is supported by global finance. The opportunities could be in New York, because New York has very close links with London, or it could actually literally be just outside this door really in Canary Wharf, because Canary Wharf is full of some of the biggest finance companies in the world.
In this course, I learned on the upper level, on the international level, how the company is running. I improved my financial skills, my management skills, and I improve my thinking power. So how I can solve the problems if I'm working with the company or in my daily routine, in my personal life.
What we then focus on really is we start looking at international markets and how they've developed over the last few years. And we look at those international markets in terms of trade. So we also talk about European Union, and we talk about specific trading zones that have developed in recent years. Some of those trading areas can be described as customs unions or free trade areas, such as North American Free Trade Area. So we look at that and we compare it with the European Union. The other thing that we're focused on is currency and the optimal currency system that you'd use for running a country. Some people think that the European Union has the best system, but other people challenge that. So it's about debating what is the best system to use.
It's a university that their strategic intents are aligned with what the government expectations are. So we aspire to equip our students with the expertise and graduate attributes needed to be able to achieve the full potential with the global economy.
One of the things that we use on the course is a lot of case studies and examples, and generally we give the case studies to students. They engage with them, they discuss them in class. The assignments are very relevant to their work as well on the course. I think that they will do very well.
Students who join us from stage 1 to stage 2, they will have general business modules, like for example, personal and professional development, introduction to strategic management, introduction to HR, introduction to general business theories. So after completing first year and second year basically is advanced, studies into marketing, strategic management, etc. Then after completing all this, then they can move on to stage 3. And in stage 3, they will have time to reflect deeply upon what they have learned from stage 1, 2, and then they will have also a final dissertation where they will undertake an independent work.
We will be looking into the creative thinkings. We'll be looking into how to prepare you for the 21st century business management, how you lead a group of peoples, and especially how you make decisions in a challenging world environment. So they will be looking into exploring their creative thinking, their rational approach to problems, and also exercising their transformational leadership ability.
People just go and open a business, right? Without even analyzing anything. That's not how business works. Nowadays, the business environment is very, very competitive. Business has to do something unique to attract customers. You need the skills from business management studies. You need to be able to create a unique talent. That's human resources management. You need to have those inimitable, valuable, unique resources to run a successful business, and this course provides that.
All our syllabus and courses has been designed in a way where students can gain knowledge and skills part is more applied. So our classroom activities, especially the seminars where we work with the students and we give them a live experience of the case studies, what they actually be doing in their practical life. So our seminars, the case studies, and our workshops are very much relevant what they will be doing in future.
So the core strategy that I follow for my teaching and learning is not only based on the books but also from the practical skills. We always believe in joint collaboration between the teacher and the student. It's not a one-sided teaching, it's a two-way communication, which also encourages the student for their better learning and for their better future and progression.
We believe the students are the center, and we are very student-centric. They will be the main focal point for us. We are there to help them on any aspects, but because it's a university and it is going to be their educational journey, we will be preparing them for every challenges that they face. We will be preparing them in terms of their project-based analysis. We'll be helping them on their learning and educational journey. We will help them to think critically, and they will get enough academic support from our academic support team.
Over the years, I have conducted probably more graduation ceremonies than I can count. But I never, ever tire of doing so. And why is that? Because you cannot beat the look of happiness that you see in everyone's face. But the very fact that the people here today are graduating speaks to their commitment, to their resilience, to their determination. And I pay tribute to you for all that you have done, even in the most difficult of times. Take with you a sense of solidarity and a burning desire to leave the people around you better off as a result of your presence. At the same time, keep a place in your heart for the University of Sunderland in London and talk proudly of your time with us. By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of the University of Sunderland, I now formally admit you to the degrees for which you have been presented today. Many congratulations to one and all.
The university has been really great to me because I've been offered a scholarship to do my master's. So I'm really grateful. And apart from that, or moving away from that, they have been a support. They have been a rock for all of us. So they provided, various things for us to use in our studies. So it's been really good.
I wanted to study with this great university because I want to fulfill my dreams. So therefore, I applied for BSc top-up Health and Social Care course because of my son's disability. So obviously, I apply in practice before I get the knowledge. So therefore, now I'm going to be able to help other people, same like me, who got the same tremendous journey. Today is the day, it's our special day, so let's celebrate our success.
My name is Madini Sivasubramanian. I am the program manager for BSc Honours Nursing Top-Up degree. This degree course is 1 year full-time degree course. This is designed to help those nurses who haven't got a nursing degree in this country, who have completed their diploma and working and having quite a lot of experience.
The university has equipped me with the different information in terms of how I can start working in England. So coming from a foreign country, I didn't know what are the next steps I have after graduation. So I spoke to lecturers about what are the options that I have, and they have fully given me some support and some ideas like these are the next steps that I need to take. So one of it was actually going to the nursing venue, which had different hospitals coming together to showcase the different trusts that they have, like basically pediatrics, adult nursing, or even other sorts of disciplines that is actually available in the healthcare. It made me realize that there was a vast availability that UK can offer to me in terms of after graduation, and with that, those are just provided by the lecturers.
This course runs only 2 days a week, which is very attractive for domestic students as well as international students, because they will be able to work and gain experience.
They have a lot of choices. So they really can go in any direction they want if they have any passion. Something very good of being a nurse here in England is that they offer you a lot of opportunities. And this course prepares them not more for a clinical point of view because they have that degree back in their countries, but it's more like from understanding the system, which is very important as well. When I came here myself, it was one of the most difficult parts for me to understand. So they will have already the clinics on their back from their countries, and we give them the knowledge about the system. So that will make it much, much easier for them to start working and to progress.
The highlight for me is I managed to graduate from my BSc course, and I'm on to my Masters in Nursing in the University of Sunderland, London as well.
The program is designed as such that you can do the whole full-time program over 3 terms, or you can possibly do an MBA 60, we call it MBA 60, 90, 120. So you get waiver part of the credits, given that if you have the right set of experience. Someone who worked in the marketing field for a period of time might come into MBA and thinking, why not I specialize on digital marketing, or why not I specialize on managing brands, right? So we have a lot of optional modules, and we make sure that we are running these optional modules in almost every other alternate term so that students have options to pick the modules. So we have optional modules in supply chain, digital marketing, managing brands, cybersecurity, entrepreneurship. So you can see that there's a wider variety of specializations.
A model like Introduction to Human Resource Management and Talent Development is to help people, first of all, to identify the skill set that people need to do their work, and also to see the importance of people, what we call employees in the workplace.
When you talk of business, the first thing that comes to mind is running your own outfit. But in reality, it's managing your own self in every environment you find yourself. Either you're an employee or you're an employer.
My master's degree program in business management in general has given me the opportunity to learn about strategy, the markets in the digital world, how the markets work. Considering that globalization is increasing, technology is developing rapidly, so all the skills that needed to run a successful business, whether it's locally or globally, this course has helped me in a way that for me to gain the necessary skills for me to go out there, seek employment, and then I can confidently say now I have the knowledge and the skills that I've gained from my studies to run a successful global business, if you like.
Students are given a problem by an industry professional. They're not given the solution to it. They need to go away, work it out, come back to the class a couple of weeks later, deliver a presentation on their solution. Now, their solution may not necessarily be the solution that the organization originally chose to follow, but it's equally important because it is something they have evaluated and worked out amongst themselves. So we very much value the peer-to-peer learning, problem solving, and in reality is who leads who and who manages who in that context.
I think when we're going out to the real business world, we need to be prepared to solve real problems, and that's why, memorizing and learning theories won't work. What will work is that we put the theory into practice, and having those games and knowing about the case study, like the real business case study that actually happened, really equipped us to deal with the problems in real life when it comes.
Our MBA program is also mapped against the CMI Chartered Management Institute and their postgraduate level diploma for management and leadership. So if you completed our program, you will automatically get that qualification certifications via CMI.
Everyone please stand for the start of the ceremony.
Please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, members of the Academy, ladies and gentlemen, but particularly those who are graduating this afternoon, a very, very warm welcome to Southwark Cathedral. I'm Andrew Nunn. I'm the Dean of Southwark, and it's always a pleasure to be able to welcome people on such a happy occasion to the Cathedral. I know from my own experience what a huge amount of work goes into achieving what you've achieved, those of you who are graduating, and it's wonderful that family and friends are here to help you to celebrate. So I hope that you're going to have a wonderful time here in the Cathedral. Just so you know just a little bit about where you're sitting now, there's been a church on this site since around the year 606, so 1400 years. Initially, it was just a little wooden Saxon church with a few nuns alongside the only bridge across the River Thames, which was London Bridge. And for most of the history of London, there's only been one bridge. All these other bridges are really new. So this was a very little church, and when the Norman conquest happened, they decided to build a bigger church and put Augustinians in. And here it was, and they built a church, and it burnt down in 1212, and they built another one, and they decided to have the most modern architecture that was known in Europe at the time. And it was this, Gothic. And this is the oldest Gothic church in London. So being alongside the Shard, as we are nowadays, and they think they're the sort of top of architecture, as you know. There they are, swanky modern building. Well, we were the swanky modern building of our day. And those monks who were here, They did tremendous work in the area with medicine, but also with education, in making sure that the children and young people of this area were educated as we would want our young people to be educated nowadays. Later on, Henry VIII came along and the monks disappeared, and this became a parish church, and in 1905 it became a cathedral for the Diocese of Southwark, which is everything south of the river. So we're a very active church every day of the year, having services as you can imagine, but also welcoming events like this. And you may not be from a Christian background, you're probably from another faith community, and I just want to pay tribute to all our faith communities, because there is so much that unites us. And what really unites us is being concerned for one another and being concerned for how we grow and develop and learn and care for one another. So education, healthcare, all of the things that we take for granted often come out of faith communities. And certainly that is the case with our universities and education in this country. So thank you, whatever your background, know yourself to be very, very welcome in this place. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful celebration, and again, congratulations to each and every one of you who is graduating this afternoon. Thank you. And it's my honour to be able to welcome Vice-Chancellor David Bell.
Thank you, sir, for that very warm and generous welcome. I'm only now ever going to think of Southwark Cathedral as a swanky and modern building. It is absolutely wonderful to be here today. As the Dean said, I'm David Bell, the Vice-Chancellor and Chief Executive of the University of Sunderland. It is my great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony for the University of Sunderland in London, and in particular the faculties of Business Law and Tourism and Health Sciences and Wellbeing. Today is, above all else, a celebration of the class of 2022 who have come through adversity to have their achievements recognised publicly today. So please do enjoy yourselves, show your appreciation to our graduates, and without further ado, let the ceremony begin. Thank you.
I now call upon Mr. Alan Hardy, the Director of the University of Sunderland in London, to make his presentation.
Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of Foundation in Health and Social Care. Abiyuwa Omorui. Linda Osegbovo Wilson. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of BSc Honours Health and Social Care. Abid Rahman. Abiodun Olawaremi Mabel Enewumidi. Abiola Alubankuri. Aratuan Diaolu. Alison Frith. Anne Isadunman. Anthony Sam Roberts. Ario Olomuyiwa Fabamize. Iron Nessa. Bibi Amakiri. Blandine Mabel Kenny Kwasisi. Blessing Akudo Ike. Bola Tinwade Jimo. Chantal Celine Taman. Chinwe Chinyika Onyogo. Cyprian Suzman. Cynthia Adi. Abby Casey. Estelle Nastasi JJ. Josephine Adama Owen. Loveline Chinebi Olua. Lutfun Nahar Hossein. Mandombe Thimpa. Margaret Blankson. Mercy Ogenoremi Okoti. Momotaz Begum. Montserrat Ajoke Soleye. Mufti Momotaj Begum. Mohammed Bilal Udin. Murafat Rukayat Balagun. Najma Begum. Nicola Thompson. Nicole Lodi Bakoli. Norma Anderson Brown. Ensase Mutombo. Olabisi Chigbu. Olaiton Patricia Daramola. Olayinka Mariam Awoyemi. Olela Kathy Etcheto. Umakechi Atateo. Paula Morrison. Faith Isui Peter. Rana Begum. Richard Olushi Moronfolu. Ragokomi Agatha Ukureri. Rosangela Cota da Silva. Samara Nicole Hamilton. Selapulaj Anupama Piumala Rosa. Shahida Akhtar. Sibla Konate. Taslim Altani. Tanisa Amali Rodney. Titilayo Abolaji Sebio Timo. Yemi Ologbu Joloyemi. Zainab Bintu Moiba. Zara Musa. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of Foundation in Health and Social Care and a BSc Honours in Health and Social Care. Akinola Idu Alegbule. Aminata Barry. Bosede Tozen Atholayan. Deborah Jima. Florence Olafunke Shooye. Matthew Abiodun Olaniyan. Michael Ashaulu. Muna Mohammed Odowa. Olofunmelola Omolola Adesina. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of BA Honours, Accounting and Finance. Ansar Ali. Christopher Olusegun Obisanya. Dalia Saeed Mustafa. Florentina Anna Komsa. Francesco Pila. Janat Ikra Nabi. Jose Guillermo Churio Antunes. Madeline Budescu. Mandeep Kaur Dankia. Maya Todorova Kinova. Natalia Angelova. Safi Titi Kubituka Pungu. Taha El Magani. Waleed Rashid. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of BA Honours Accounting and Financial Management. Pushparani Rajanagan. Sora Jebriab. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of BSc Honours International Tourism and Hospitality Management. Gianvito Sasso. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of Masters International Business Management. Babatunde Olakabi Olabode Delano. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded the degree of MSc Finance and Management. Obikwelu Stephen Ofomata. Olayinka Olabukola Olowi. Olusola Akinyemi. Oluwaseun Samuel Adebayo. Stephen Adegoke Adeboje. Tusik Hadier. Victoria Tamitope Ayatoko. Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in presenting the following who have been awarded a degree. Joy E.J. Omoteo Akinrogby. Ishwak Dahir Moose. Roxana Ianella Chaltraru. Genesis Liana Mpangu. Uche Iberi Adewole. Grace Chidzambwa.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to make his address.
October 2019, I was sitting outside Southwark Cathedral with my good friend Alan Hardy, the director of the University of Sunderland in London. And we'd been inside to look at this splendid venue, expecting to be here for graduations in the spring of 2020. Now, you don't need me to remind you what happened in the spring of 2020. But although it's been a long time coming, we are absolutely delighted to be here in this splendid cathedral. Of course, there is much to look back on over those intervening years. But as I said at the beginning, this is a day of celebration. But in celebrating, it would be difficult, indeed impossible, to ignore all that's happened and what our graduates have come through to get to this point today. And in the light of these events, isn't it remarkable that we are able to celebrate such achievements? So please, in the audience today, show your appreciation again of the class of 2023. I also want to acknowledge all of you in the audience, friends, family, supporters, for all that you have done to support and encourage our students, now our graduates. So on their behalf, thank you for all that you have done. But the thanks would not be complete without a special mention for all the staff of the University of Sunderland in London, whether in the academic staff or amongst our professional services teams. They have done so much to enable our students to succeed. So I would ask our graduates, our audience, please show your appreciation to the staff. Of course, this is also a celebration of the work of the University of Sunderland in London, celebrating its 10th anniversary. And ably led by Alan Hardy and the team here, it has shown itself to be flexible and adaptable in the light of changing circumstances. We now have well over 4,000 students studying in London. And not all that long ago, we celebrated registering our 15,000th student since we began here. And the University of Sunderland in London demonstrates and illustrates that we are a global university. Over 23,500 students are studying for Sunderland qualifications worldwide. Yes, in Sunderland itself. Yes, here in London, but also in our campus in Hong Kong and in our education partners all across the globe. But although London has grown very significantly in that intervening decade, it has also remained small enough to have an intimate feel to it, with close working relationships between and amongst students and staff. And I think those relationships go to explain much of our success in London. But let me return to those who are graduating today. Congratulations once again on reaching this important milestone. Through your time with us, we want you ready to make a difference in the world beyond, and indeed to change it for the better. So whatever you choose to do, be open in your thinking, outward looking in your attitude, generous in your spirit, and always alive to the needs of others. At the same time, keep a place in your heart for the University of Sunderland in London and talk proudly of your time with us. To everyone here, enjoy the rest of the day. Good luck and all the very best for the future. Thank you.
I now call upon Victoria Ayadofe to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the student body.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the students graduating this afternoon from the Faculty of Business, Law and Tourism and Faculty of Education and Society, I would like to propose a vote of thanks. It is a great privilege and pleasure to stand here to deliver a vote of thanks this afternoon. I would also like to extend my thanks to everyone for coming and for making this event significant, memorable, and including those attending virtually. This occasion is special in many ways. It is special because new set of students are having their degree conferred on them respectively. It is a well-known fact of life that evidence of hard work is the result of that work. Today is a day of revelation, yes, the revealing of our hard work to the world. A big congratulations to my fellow students for this moment of achievement. Your hard work and our hard work are evident today. And so on behalf of the graduating students this afternoon, those present here or joining us virtually that could not make it to be with us today, allow me to begin by thanking our guest of honor, the Vice-Chancellor, Sir David Bell, the Board of Governors, senior management team that are present here today to grace this occasion with their presence. We also extend our gratitude to those who have supported us in practical ways, from behind the scenes, lecturing staffs, our ever supportive and tireless families. Few of us would not be here today if it wasn't for the support of our families and loved ones who have been there for us throughout our journey. The University of Sunderland in London staff, librarians, student union, student admin, student engagement, technical, IT, our housekeepers, the security team at the University of London. Over the years, we have been fortunate enough to be backed by very delicate and qualified staff. They have been the catalyst that has inspired us to be our best and stand as a pillar of power for us. With deep sense of appreciation, we thank you for your untiring efforts. With their wealth of knowledge and experience, they've given us deep-rooted foundations in our various fields of study. For this, we hold them a huge debt of gratitude. Distinguished guests, it has been a mental marathon, but here we are today, standing on the finish line, even as we brace ourselves for more achievement to come. Today is a day we have a sense of fulfillment. Our achievement has been recognized, and we celebrate this significant milestone in our lives. If you believe in this phrase, knowledge is power and ignorance is slavery, then today we stand here as a coherence of friends with that power. The University of Sunderland in London has been a life-changing opportunity of a lifetime. We should treasure these memories rather than say goodbye to the period of our lives that has meant so much to us. On behalf of the graduating students this afternoon, we say thank you to the University of Sunderland for giving us this character and paths we need to keep building. And as we move on to an exciting new future, the University Alumni Association work hard to maintain contact with all graduates. So let's keep in touch through our alumni online community. Finally, I appreciate having this moment. It's been a great honor. Thank you for joining this event. Best wishes to my fellow graduating students and congratulations.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to confer the awards on those students presented here today. and for those students who are qualified but are unable to be present.
Thank you very much, Victoria, for that splendid speech. Now, you have been a wonderful audience today, and thank you again for coming. In a moment or two, I am going to give you one last opportunity to raise the roof in celebration of our graduates' achievements. So don't let me down. Now, graduates, please stand. You may also put on your mortarboards or hats. You will just have to be patient because it takes a little bit of time to adjust your hat and your hair. By the authority vested in me as Vice-Chancellor of the University of Sunderland, I now formally admit you to the qualifications for which you have been presented today. Many congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the ceremony. Would you please stand as the procession leaves?
Please be seated. Well, sadly, we've come to the end of the ceremony. And as I said earlier on, you can now enjoy yourself, take pictures. So we have some food down there. Again, as I said at the beginning, go down to the left. There's some snacks in the garden out there. So you can enjoy yourself, take pictures anywhere you want, but just be careful. The building is a very old building, so there are a few artifacts that you have to be careful. So don't touch anything, but you take your pictures. Once again, thank you so much for coming to grace this wonderful occasion. I enjoyed myself. I hope you also have enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much. And once again, congratulations to all our graduates. Thank you so much for making this a wonderful day for all of our graduates. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, pictures.